Nah, guys, I don't think it's flyable. Have a look. So pilots often ask me what I'd recommend for reading material. Look, with all the lockdowns, it's going to be a long haul. So let's do some studying to build some wisdom over the winter. Today you'll learn about the best beginner's guide to paragliding, how to get into mountain flying safely, and an absolute classic of paragliding literature that I'm still learning from. If you're new here, subscribe and tap that bell for notifications and leave a comment and you could win a monthly prize. So what have we got? If you're new to free flight or want clarification of the concepts in this video, get the beginner's guide to paragliding. It will answer all your questions. It also makes a good gift for a flying friend who's just starting out on their own epic journey. Beginner's Guide to Paragliding. Now, this is not just for beginners, but it does take you from like when you're just coming into the sport right through to like going for your pilot rating. It does a very good job of condensing all of the knowledge that you need to progress in paragliding so that you can flip into various sections and you can look up things, terminology that maybe you're not sure of, things that you just want to brush up on. If you've had a break from the sport for a bit, it's really good to go cover to cover. I get asked a lot of questions and a lot of the answers are in this book. This sort of knowledge, every paraglider pilot should have this as their foundation. Everything in here you should know. There's nothing in here that's particularly advanced, but it's comprehensive and it's quite well written in the way that it covers every continent and all the different systems have been considered. So you're getting very focused learning and it is complete. It covers the whole syllabus. Very up to date with a lot of good diagrams. It's very concise, well edited, well put together. So highly recommended if you're getting into the sport or you're in that progression phase. You want to have this knowledge as your foundation. You can see my full review in Cross Country magazine, coming soon. So let's say you've been flying for a year or two, you've got some thermaling experience, you're starting to go into your cross country flying and you're wanting to go the next level. Now we come to something like mastering paragliding. This isn't going to be in your first year or two. This is now you wanting to get into, let's say, alpine flying. This is a really good primer. It has a little bit on fine-tuning your techniques and just getting a good foundation, some foundation skills, but then it'll go into more about your thermaling style, how to optimize your turns, and it goes into a lot of detail about understanding the airflow in the Alps system, which can be quite complex. So if you're going to go and push yourself into big mountain terrain and you want to prepare yourself and understand what's going on, this is a very good book. Highly recommended. It's worth your time reading this. It's worth the cover price. And then if you're going into the Alps, you have to get this book. This is the top 100 and 110 sites in the Alps. It's very complete. This is a book that I published with Oliver Guenay as the author. He wrote it in German and I helped him with the translation and getting it into English. There's an ebook version of this as well if you don't want to have a heavy coffee table book to carry around with you. But the coffee table book gives you the opportunity to kind of pore over the sites and imagine where you're going to be for your next trip. And it's a very good preparation resource for getting around in the Alps. It'll give you an idea of where the alternatives are every time you go and fly. If it's not flyable, it's got alternative activities to do. So It's a very good reference if you're going to go and fly in the Alps. Understanding the sky is a key part of being a good pilot. It means that you get to the right sites at the right time, and when you're in the air, you're able to maximize the potential of the day. You want to understand the sky? Understanding the sky. This book is brilliant. This is the first paragliding textbook that I read. This was written by Pagen in the year that I started paragliding, 1992. It is unbelievable. It is so detailed and so relevant. And I think a lot of my confidence in the sky comes from this book. I've read this many times over the years and I feel like I know it, but you can still open it up at any page and find details that you missed on the first and second and third and fourth reading. It is so dense with knowledge and real understanding of the kind of air that we fly in. You can't absorb it in one sitting, and I'm still picking up stuff in this book, and I will refer back to it or just leave it on a coffee table and then pick it up and read one page. I don't think you can read it cover to cover because the information is so dense, but take this book with you with your flying progression and let it instruct you in what the air is doing, because the way the air works doesn't change, and it's all here in understanding the sky. You can get through all of them over the next month, and next season you'll be ready for anything. Where's my paragliding book? I haven't written it because I love making films for you that demonstrate the synthesis of this knowledge and practical skills. So if you want to learn more, visit flywithgreg.com. Do you have any flying books you really enjoyed? What would you recommend to pilots? Let me know in the comments below. I'll see you next time. Happy reading and fly safe.